the morning. Well, not the morning. It's the night. I was about to say top of the morning. Hey, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, I am looking very cowgirlish. Y'all know I am a Texas resident, so I have plenty of cowboy hats, but this is my favorite because of the bling. I got to get more bling cowboy hats. I love cowboy hats. Um, I know the Eagles game and the Chiefs is here. I am because y'all know I'm a Texas girl and I love football. So I got the Chiefs and the Eagles game going while I am talking to y'all. We're gonna get into this full gear recap. Full gear recap. It was interesting, but as y'all know, full gear is always the start of my year when I do my awards. So we're gonna get into full gear. So welcome everybody. I know I was absent on last week and the week prior. Well, not the week prior, but I was absent last week because you know that was my birthday. I was celebrating my birthday. I was out of town, I was on vacation. And so now I am here. I'm back. I'm sorry for neglecting y'all. Y'all know it's my birthday. I have to turn up. You need your breaks. Okay? You need your breaks. Okay? Hey Eddie, hey Sean, hey Andy, I see y'all. Everybody that's on Twitter that's watching, welcome. Everybody that's watching on YouTube, welcome. Live chat, welcome. We're gonna do the full gear recap. A lot of things happened during full gear. We had a lot of title changes. We had some things are ending. We had some things beginning. We just don't get into it because conversation going on. We done had even some drama that, on Twitter. I'm gonna start off like I said, welcome to the chat. I know people that don't watch AEW or don't, and they keep up from my show. So it may be plenty lengthy today, but it's fine. It's fine. We gonna get through this together. Okay, we're gonna get through this together. So we're gonna start out with the pre-show, of course, the buy-in that's always on YouTube that they do on every pay-per-views, which I really do appreciate AEW doing that. It has been successful. It gets people buying, or if you stream, you find them streaming and watch the pay-per-views, but it keeps the people going. If you ever just go to YouTube and you see like their live chat while it's happening, the buy-ins, it's really, really fun. It's nothing but AEW fans. Of course, you got them trolls, but other than that, it's just a good time. And they've been doing it for 4 years now. So we're going to get into the buy-in, y'all. So the buy-in, of course, the pre-show, which it was it started off with the ROH World Championship match. It was the champion, of course, Eddie Kingston versus Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal, the promo before it happens, he was just letting y'all know that he is the heart of ROH, which is he is in the right because he is rightfully so. If you know Jay Lethal's wrestling history or your wrestling history of ROH, period, Jay Lethal is a big part of that, especially as a Black wrestler in Ring of Honor wrestling. So he's a big deal when it comes to ROH. He is the heart and soul of ROH. Him and his gang, Jeff Jarrett, Karen Jarrett, the whole gang. And then you had Eddie Kingston. It was very brawlish. Now, their matches is, like I said, it's very TNA-ish, ROH-ish type match. You're going to get a little bit of everything in this match. It's going to be entertaining, but it's going to be brutal too because it shows off Eddie Kingston's brutalness. And also, Jay Lethal is a good athlete. He's a good wrestler. So I don't put that past Jay Lethal at all. So he, you still got what you wanted with a little bit of entertainment on the side, of course, with the outside ring interference and things like that. And then, Ortiz even came out and interfered in the match, and he did a guitar shot. Very entertaining. Now we see Ortiz is back linking up with Eddie Kingston. Of course, Eddie Kingston took the win to retain the ROH World Championship match. Champion, I'm sorry. I'm about to say championship match, but ROH World Champion. So, fun pre-show. We're not going to take too much time on that because it is the pre-show, but it was very fun. And just to have, Jay Lethal parts of Full Gear, and of course to still display ROH, the world title. I know people don't like saying ROH part of AEW, but you need that to add to, because they got a pay-per-view coming up, which will be in Dallas, which I'm still debating. I may be there. I may be there. It's on a Friday. I may be there. If my sitter is right, then I'll be there, because I don't want to take my kids to wrestling right now. My kids are really not into wrestling, but I'm into the blood and stuff like that. And my kids don't need to stay. They already can't see certain things, so my kids ain't gonna be there. But I like to go, so I'm still iffy on that. I gotta chat with Mika because she might want to go. So hey, you might see Keeks up at the pay-per-view, okay? But I most definitely will be at Collision though. That's on Saturday. I'll be at Collision. So you already know how I get down in Dallas. Me and my sister, we're gonna be in that thing. So I will be at Collision in Dallas. Just so y'all know. Next up for the pre-show, we had Claudio versus Buddy Matthews. Claudio and Buddy Matthews. Now, this was a great match, and I want to say Claudio is the king of buy-ins this year for AEW. He's been in a lot of buy-in matches for AEW to help get people into what to look for, because I feel like Claudio kind of sets the tone of what we will, hey Frantic, of what we will get out of the entire card, like for Full Gear. He sets the tone. That's why I'm saying, like, the pre-shows are important, because the pre-show kind of sets the tone for what we expect to see out of Full Gear, the pay-per-view as a whole, okay? But the match between the two, it was brutal. It was technical. Claudio was getting in on Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews was getting his in, and then the crowd was chanting "Mommy," because we know that Buddy Matthews and WWE Raw Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, they are engaged. So people was chanting "Mommy" chants, which was, I get it, but it could be a little annoying too. Come on, like, he has his own identity. Y'all don't have to do that. But it is what it is. It's nothing to be too serious about, but that's just my personal opinion. Like, Buddy Matthews got his own name, y'all. Y'all don't have to do that. But again, like I've always said, Rhea Ripley is hot in WWE, so you expect it. Okay, so you had that going on, and then of course Claudio wins by submission. Buddy ends up tapping out. He tried to give him, a handshake, like, hey, it was a good man-to-man match, and Buddy Matthews wasn't having it, and he ended up walking out. So it's probably not over for those two. We probably will see more with those two. Who knows? Hopefully, if Buddy Matthews can stay healthy, because I don't want to call him injury-prone, but he does get injured from time to time. So hopefully, we see that. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, I know you always do. Thank you for even popping up. I appreciate you. Love you, girl. And then the last match for the pre-show, of course, it was for the ROH World Tag Team Championship. Now Samoa Joe said that he will be there for MJF, and they ended up being there. So it was MJF and Samoa Joe versus the Guns. Austin. The brothers, the brothers Gunn, y'all know them. Now I will say the Guns, like I said on Twitter when I was watching it, the Guns have improved a lot. Like, they improve each match. I know they've had squash matches, but sometimes you kind of need those, and it was just prepping them up for this type of match, and they did a really good job. They doing better being in these spots. They're doing better taking their bumps. They're faster. They're confident. You see a lot of confidence in the Guns now that you've seen, I can say, since last year. So being part of Bullet Club Gold really, really helps elevate the Guns as a tag team. And I did enjoy that match. Of course, I enjoy anything Samoa Joe is part of. MJF, even though I'm not a big fan of MJF, but I can't take away what he does as far as being a wrestler. It's just that, sometimes he don't know what he want to be. Sometimes he don't know if he want to be a strong side. I know he's trying to adapt to everything, but it's just, it's giving a little bit of Cody a little bit to me. But I mean, that is his man, so it kind of makes sense. But We had a little bit of drama in this match too because Adam Cole came out with his crutches and he booted up in his crutches. MJF got a little emotional, ran out and to give him a hug. Samoa Joe ended up doing most of the work and stuff, leaving him by himself doing most of the work. But I mean, it didn't benefit, nobody because they ended up winning and MJF ended up retaining the titles. But then after the match, it was a whole the Guns attacked MJF and then they ended up hurting his leg. They stumped on his leg, injured his leg and stuff like that. So we had a leg injury angle to go towards the main event. So we'll get into that a little bit later. If you're watching the game, the Eagles done intercepted Patrick Mahomes' ball. Come on, Patrick Mahomes, you got one job. As a Cowboys fan, you have one fucking job to do right now. I can cuss down. You have one job to do, Mahomes. I don't know, you tripping. Please, I don't need the Eagles to win right now, okay? You have one job, Dirty Draws. Because he said he don't wash his drawers. He said he wears the same drawers for the games. That's what he said. So that's where I got that from, y'all. But come on, Chiefs, you got one job. Yeah, Fred, we'll get into it. We gonna get into it, y'all. We gonna get into it. Let's not. We gonna get into it. I promise. So let's get into the main card. On the main card, it opened up. Now, this was Adam Copeland's, a.k.a. Edge, first AEW pay-per-view. It was Adam Copeland, Sting, and Darby Allin versus the TNT champion, Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne. And then, of course, Sting and it was accompanied by that man, Ric Flair. And then, that was that great opener. I will give credit to where the credit's due. Y'all know I'm not a big Edge fan. I never was, never will be. But I give credit to where credit's due. He came out with the face paint and stuff like that. I will say that looked better than when that man did that. It looked better on Edge, Adam Copeland. I can say that. See, I am nice. I am a fair. Keeks is fair. I can be fair, okay? So a lot of things happened in this match. When Christian came out with some kids. It was kids singing his theme music. They was a little bit off key, but it's okay. It's kids. I let it slide because it's kids. Because he called himself the daddy. Kids were singing his theme entrance. And then as the match was going, Luchasaurus was beating the hell out of Darby Allin. Like, he was throwing him over the turnbuckles. He was hitting the ring apron and slinging around. Luchasaurus was really, really dominant in this match. And I want to say, to his defense, Luchasaurus this year has been really, really great as a big man. Y'all got to give Luchasaurus credit. I know he had some hiccups in the past, but he's always been my favorite big man besides Lance Archer. But Luchasaurus been my second favorite big man, and I've been enjoying Luchasaurus this year. He's been really, really good. He's been ruthless. Like, he was tossing Darby Allin around. He was tossing Sting around. He was tossing Adam Copeland around. So Luchasaurus was on his big dog shit in this match. He was a little bit of the highlight. And also, Nick Wayne, I can imagine, because Nick Wayne is 18 years old and he's in the same ring as Sting, in the same ring as Christian. He got guidance from Christian. He's in the same ring with, I'm pretty sure he probably was an Edge fan, and his boy Darby Allin and stuff like that. So Nick Wayne did really good too for his Full Gear pay-per-view match. Like I said, Nick Wayne is probably one of the futures in wrestling. He's still young and he's under some good guidance. As you can tell, Christian is leading him the right way as far as in-ring wise. So he's never been like the clips that I've seen him being in the indies. It's never bad. It's just certain things that needs to be cleaned up, which you could tell that Christian is helping him clean up as far as a wrestler. So shout out to Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne did a really good job too. Now Adam Copeland, like I said, I'm not a big Edge fan, but I saw a little bit of difference in Adam Copeland at this pay-per-view than I've seen ever before. I can say that. Like, I'm not an Edge fan at all. Y'all know I don't care for that man. but I did see a little difference. In this match with him, he was a little he was aggressive. He wasn't wrestling, he got out of that whole riff. I could tell he's trying, he's learning to get out of the WWE style that he's had for years. He's getting out of that riff and starting to be more of the hardcore, especially with the people that he has fantasy booked himself as who he wants to fight in the future. So I did start to see a little bit. Now I'm not impressed because it was, it was a tag match, of course. I got to see some one-on-ones, okay? I need to see a little bit more. I need to see a one-on-one to impress me. So, it was cute, but it didn't win me over, okay? So I'm just, letting y'all know that. But I am going to give credit to where credit's due. Good job, Chiefs. They just sacked this man. Good job. Let's go. I can do two things at one time. You know what I'm saying? Do two things at one time. I'm over here like, talking to y'all. So shout out to the Chiefs. Good sack. Good 'em. Also, we saw some things with Sting. Sting was in the match as well, and we know that Sting is retiring at Revolution. So this was his last match in Los Angeles. So he did his thing too. Him and Adam Copeland, they both they both did the Scorpion Death drop on Luchasaurus and stuff like that. They did some, it was a big, this is my hero moment too for Adam Copeland because he's a big Sting fan. So it was one of those like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this with him. Because it's fucking Sting. That's my icon. I love Sting. So you saw a little bit of that. And then Christian, low blow, Ric Flair, he did a babyface thing. He did it for the community. You got to say it like I'm from Memphis. He did it for the community. He did it for everybody. Like he low blowed that nasty man. Great job, Christian. That received the pop. Everybody was cheering and shit. Everybody loved it. And he threw Ric Flair down. We loved it. Nasty man. Justice, because we don't want that nasty ass woo drinks. We don't want it. We didn't ask for it. We still trying to figure out why he's here. We don't want to. If Nick Khan said the drink was nasty, I don't know why Tony Khan was like, yeah, you can go ahead and sell your drinks here. Don't nobody want that shit. Might tell you. If you an AEW fan, just get one woo drink and taste it and tell me how it tastes. That sounded sexual. That sounded sexual just now. See how it tastes. But let me not. And then of course at the end of the match, Christian was trying to hit Adam Copeland with the belt. He ended up ducking and he ends up hitting Luchasaurus, which Christian started running out. He abandoned his sons, Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne, and then Adam Copeland and Sting and Darby ended up taking the win. So they took the win for the opening of the Full Gear match. The Full Gear opening match, like I said, it wasn't a bad match. It was very fun. It was energetic. And Darby after the match was letting everybody know, this is Sting last match in LA. Everybody stand up. Everybody make some noise. And, he got his ovation that he rightly deserved because AEW is doing a great job sending Sting home because he didn't get it right with the other program, but they're doing Sting right by this program in which he's rightfully deserved because, like I said before, Sting is very influential in wrestling, especially as far as a babyface. Like I said, in modern day wrestling, Sting is very influential in this business. We see Sting, especially Surfer Sting, influence in modern day baby faces. Okay, so give it up for the opener. So then we're gonna move on. After that happened, Tony Schiavone came out and he was like, we need a Bullet Club representative to come out. And then Jay White, the champion that's not champion, he came out or whatever. And Tony Schiavone was about to let everybody know that because of what happened at the pre-show with the leg injury, MJF may had to forfeit his championship, but right when he was about to say it, Adam Cole comes out with his crutches, and Jay White issues a most disrespectful promo to Adam Cole to his face. So Adam Cole's just like, I will represent MJF, Mr. Man on crutches. He said he will represent MJF. He's still champion. So we had that going. Now, if you're an AEW fan, we're not big on shit like this. We are just into the wrestling, especially when it comes to pay-per-views. You do this type of shit, leave that to like Dynamite or Collision, but don't do that shit at the pay-per-views. We don't like it, okay? We don't like this type of shit on our pay-per-views. And the only people that enjoyed shit like this was people that, of course, are fans of WWE. We saw like, oh, we like this, y'all like this, but we're like, take that shit to Dynamite or Collision. Don't do that shit at Full Gear. We don't do that. Don't start that. So, Tony Khan, we know that wasn't your idea. We just know that you can't tell certain people no or something. But we don't do that here at AEW. We don't do that at the alternative. You haven't been doing it. Don't start doing that shit, okay? So, yeah, we had that little entertainment as segment in our pay-per-view. Don't do that shit. No, we don't do that. Okay. So next up, of course, after that, we had now y'all know how I do women business because women business is after this. So if you new here, if y'all be like, you skipping, I do women's business separately, then I do the men's. Okay. So next up on my agenda, that's what I'm saying. We had the AEW International Championship match, which it was the AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy with Hook versus Jon Moxley with Yuta. We had that going on. Now this match was really, really brutal. This match, it brought the best out of Orange Cassidy in a lot of ways. It brought the best out of Orange Cassidy. Like, Orange Cassidy really had to channel in his inner Jon Moxley to be an equal to Jon Moxley in this match. If you notice, because I had to go back and rewatch Full Gear, because when I watched it the first time, I was turned, as y'all know on Twitter, but I watched it the second time Sunday when I was sober and stuff like that. But Orange Cassidy, leading to this match, he was a little bit conflicted with himself, like, damn, could I really defeat this man? I don't think I can. You saw that a little bit hesitation. Like I said with Orange Cassidy is an in-ring storyteller. I'm sorry. And the way that he was in-ring storytelling this match, he was a little bit hesitant at first. But if you pay attention, he kept looking at Hook, and Hook kind of gave him a little bit of confidence. It was more of, I cannot show this young one that I am scared right now. Like, I'm scared that I'm going to fail. I need to show him that I can do this, because Yuta already know that Boxer got that dog in him. It was more of, damn, I don't want to show this young one that I'm hesitant at first. So the energy was definitely different. But Orange Cassidy, he stuck his guns. At first, Moxley had the upper hand at first. He threw him across the announce table. He was just slinging him all around. It was a slaughterhouse at first for Orange Cassidy. And then Orange Cassidy, when they got up to the ring top, on top of the ring ropes and things like that, Orange Cassidy started doing a Jon Moxley on Jon Moxley. He started biting him. He scratched him. Like, he just started being brutal, just as brutal to Moxley. So the tables kind of, it turned, not kind of, it did. It turned on Moxley. And then it took Orange Cassidy to give him 6 punches to put Moxley down. And he ends up putting Moxley down and ends up retaining the International Championship title. Great match between the two. Moxley losing does not be like, it's not, oh my God, he's a scrub or nothing like that. It's more of, it's something that Orange Cassidy needed. It was in-ring storytelling. the protagonist in this is Orange Cassidy. This is Orange Cassidy's story. So what's next for Moxley? He most likely will probably be in a Continental tournament. Who knows? Okay. So don't look at it as, oh my God, Moxley, blase, blase, blase. It's something greater for Moxley, and it's also something greater for Orange Cassidy. So, he's the first two-time AEW International Champion. So who's to say Moxley might not be back in the AEW World Title picture? You know what I'm saying? So some things come to an end. So this story has, you could tell it's ending, and it's going to begin something for Moxley and also Orange Cassidy. So Orange Cassidy has his confidence back that, yes, I finally beat shout out to Kels. Kels just made a touchdown, y'all. He finally beat Moxley, who who he made him have second thoughts. Like, damn, do I have this dog in me? Shout out to Taylor Swift boyfriend. He made a touchdown. Play your Taylor Swifts if you in the car, or if you. So we had that. Let me take my drink, y'all. And then moving on. After that, Renee was backstage with Eddie Kingston. They was speaking of, like, the Continental Classic, which is I call it the AEG1. Eddie Kingston is going to be in the AEG1, and he was just like, let's raise the stakes on this. He's going to put the ROH World Championship on the line, as well as the New Japan the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship on the line as well for this tournament, to make the stakes a little higher. So they're going to add that to this AEG1. Let's see how it goes. And it was announced today, Tony Khan tweeted that on Wednesday, it's going to be on YouTube, on the AEW YouTube channel. So make sure y'all have that subscribed and you have the notifications, because they're going to explain all 12 that is part of the tournament. And of course, he's going to because wrestling fans, if Johnny had 4 apples, you got to do that to the wrestling fans, because wrestling fans ain't all the way there. Not all the way there sometimes. So you got to Johnny has 4 apples, wrestling fans. So he's going to announce the 12 that's in it, explain the rules, explain the stakes, so make sure you have the belt on so you can know, so that way we don't see the stupid discourses that we always see when it comes to AEW. So, and I will be on, I will make sure on the next show next Monday that I thoroughly explain if Johnny has 4 apples, just in case if it's not registering, okay? Because I know it can get confusing with the points, especially people that don't, look at New Japan when they do their tournament, the G1 and stuff like that. It can be confusing if you're not fond of it, if you don't keep up with nothing like that. Make sure you tune in to it, because they're going to explain it, him and Tony Schiavone. They just announced it on Twitter. So there's no way that you should miss it. And if you get a little bit confused, that's what the content creators are for. So I'm going to make sure I do my P's and Q's. So then next Monday, if you still like, I don't get it, I'm going to break it down to you the best way I know how, okay? I got y'all, I promise. I got y'all. Okay, so next after that, of course, we had the ladder match. It was the AEW World Tag Team Championship ladder match. It was the champions Big Bill, Ricky Starks, FCR, LFI, Jalisco and Rouge, Brody King, and Malachi Black. They call themselves Kings of the Black Throne. This ladder match was a little bit interesting. Now in AEW, when we get ladder matches, we are used to a lot of stunts. We are used to a lot of high flyings. We are used to a lot of things when it comes to the ladder matches. So we didn't get too much of that in this ladder matches. Malachi Black did some high flying. Ricky Starks even did a little bit of high flying. Jalisco, of course, did some high flying. That's the high flying that you got. And then FCR tried to do a little bit of high flying. Hey, girl. tried to do a little bit of the high flying. They did what they, it was what it was. This big girl, it was a little bit brutal. It wasn't the ladder match that we are used to getting at AEW, but it was good for what it was. It wasn't bad. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was good. But we didn't get a lot of high flying. We wanted to see a lot of more high flying, but that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, Brody Lee did murder Jurlistico, but that didn't mean shit because Jurlistico ended up winning over there in Mexico at his match. So it didn't mean a thing. That shit, like I tell you, it's luchadors don't break, okay? They don't break. So we had a little bit of that. The person that stood out the most to me in this match was Roosh. I love Roosh. I hope Roosh is part of this tournament. I love me some Roosh. Roosh, I love when he do the pose. It's so sexy. Like he does It's okay, y'all. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Y'all ain't even here until I get to the last part. It's okay. But Roosh stood out the most in this match to me. Also, Brody Lee did as well. Big Bill did. Ricky Starks did. He did a great job. I want to see a little bit more of high flying with Ricky Starks. I feel like that's the only thing that he's missing, in my opinion. If he add like 2 more signature high flying, he won't hear no more complaining from me. Okay. I want to see a little bit more of high flying with Ricky Starks, especially for his height and his weight. Like, ain't no way that you should not be high flying. Like, you need to be adding some high flying to your wrestling dynamic. Like, get away from that Cody shit, please. That's my only nitpick with him. Like, that Cody shit that he be trying to do, like, please free yourself from that shit. You have the potential to be, the detox. Like, you have that potential. Roosh versus yes, like Roosh is him. And Ricky Starks and Big Bill end up retaining the tag team championship, the tag team belts. They are still, I'm glad that that's happening because I kind of did not want Ricky Starks to be a transitional champion out of this spiteful ass shit that FTR and this Young Bucks shit got going on, especially on FTR's end. But I'm glad that they retaining. So we'll see what's left off on the set as far as the tag team division for AEW. Okay, so it is what it is. It is what it is. He needs to perfect his yes, heavy on that. But that's that Cody shit. That's that Cody shit. Free him from that Cody shit. And I don't even like it, honestly. I'm not trying to be that person, but I felt like that move is good when women do it. I like it when women do it. When men do it, it's weird. You know how some things is meant for women wrestlers to do? That's one of those moves that I feel like is for women's wrestling. Like when Mickie James do it all the time, it fits. But when he do it, I'm just like, it don't fit to me. Don't do that. Do something else. Sky Blue finisher? I feel like Ricky Starks can hit that shit. Thank you. I get my cowboy hats all custom made. I gotta get some more. But Sky Blue's finisher, I feel like if Ricky Starks did that type of finisher, it will hit. It will hit. He needs to do that. Yes. I'm telling you, if Ricky Starks get away from Cody Rhodes, like just free himself a little bit, go to Mexico or something, he will be that guy. But maybe he's not meant. I don't want to say he ain't meant for AEW, but maybe he's meant for the other company. I don't know. I just want to see a little bit of high fly. The Code Ricky the cold starts or something like that. He needs to do the cold starts. I feel like it'll be better. Cold starts. I feel like if Ricky Starks did that movie, it'll be better. Because Sky Blue been hitting and missing on that. But I feel like if Ricky Starks do it, do you get annoyed by my... No, I don't. I don't at all. Some people don't know. And it's okay. I don't get annoyed by it at all. You trying to learn. You trying to learn. I'd rather somebody try to learn than just... And you just trying to learn. That's why I'm still thinking if I want to do my Triple Mania spaces on Twitter. There you go. My camera was tripping. Okay, so not too much on it. We're gonna move on. And then after that, of course, Tony Schiavone came back out. You know, it was time for the Blockbuster signing. Some people thought it was gonna be Mercedes. Some people was like CM Punk again. Some people, I was like, maybe it's Ronda Rousey. I was just joking though. Some people was like, it was that the poor version of Moxley, the dude on Impact or whatever his name is. It was a lot of guesses. Most people was watching Full Gear because they really thought it was going to be Mercedes. You never know with Mercedes. Like, I stopped giving hope on where she's going to go. She's going to do what she want to do. So everybody just needs to kind of let it go now. Just let it go. She's going to do what she want to do. If she wants to go somewhere, she's going to go somewhere. But I feel like she probably going to end up going back to WWE. I feel like she is. Because she don't have no bad blood with Triple H. It was more Vince. So I can see her going back. Or she probably just try to finish it out in New Japan. I don't know. You never know with Mercedes. You really do. You don't know. Nobody knows. We don't know. But it ended up being Will Ospreay. He is official or elite. He starts once his contract ends in New Japan. Tony Khan said in a media scrum that he was offered the blessings from New Japan, so it's no riff with them. The partnership that they have. He received the blessings to do it. They was okay with it, and it's all good. And Will Ospreay still gets to continue on with what he's doing. Like, he's been doing his matches with Impact, and he has matches coming up. And he does his thing at Ref Pro. He got matches coming up in New Japan. So everything is all copacetic. It's all copacetic. So pipe down, bruh. Pipe down, bruh. What he told y'all, I can't wait to get fussed at by him. Pipe down, bruh. Y'all gotta pipe down. Ain't nobody said shit, but he told y'all to pipe down, bruh. I love it. I love it. I got so much fantasy booking with Will Ospreay, even though he done faced these people before, but I want to see it again. I want to see Ospreay and Cassidy again. I want to see Ospreay and Swerve. I want to see Ospreay and Roosh. I want to see that. Ospreay and Andrade. I want to see Ospreay and Kenny again. I want to see Ospreay and John Moxley. I want to see Ospreay and Adam Page. Like, it's so many people I want to see Ospreay fight. I want to see Ospreay and Penta. I want to see Ospreay and Jack Perry whenever he come back. I want to see Ospreay. I want to see Ospreay and Darby. I want to see that too. I want to see that. We know Adam Copeland gonna be like, I want to wrestle Ospreay too. Ospreay and Phoenix. Yes, I do. I want to see Ospreay and Phoenix. I want to see Ospreay and Bandito, because Bandito is healing, y'all. He coming back. I want to see that. I want to see. It's just so many. I want to see Ospreay and Miro. Yes, I do. I want to see Ospreay and Miro. Who else? I actually want to see Ospreay and Kip Sabian. I know y'all don't want to, but I do. I I love Kip Sabian. I want to see Osprey and Kip Sabian. I don't care. I love Kip Sabian. Shout out to the Kip Sabian fan. I actually want to see Osprey and Christian. I want to see Osprey and Christian too. I want to see that. Hey, Jermaine. Oh yeah, Andrade too. I did say. I think I did. Osprey and Andrade. Osprey versus Mexico. I want to see everybody. I want to see everybody. Like it's so many that you can do. And then when Adam Cole heals and stuff, I want to see that too. Osprey and Roderick Strong. I want to see that actually. Osprey and Samoa Joe. I want to see that. I want to see that too. It's a lot of people. Osprey and Pac, yes. I want to see that too. I definitely want to see that. Osprey and Pac. Oh my God. Blue Dragon. Blue Panther. I mean, he already faced Jericho. He faced Jericho at All In, baby. Yes. Pac is injured again. We just need Pac to stay healthy. He's injured. He injured himself again. Yeah, he injured himself again. You know, that's the only thing with Pac. And then, it's evident because Will Ospreay, he signed a 3-year contract and he's able to still stay in overseas. That was the thing for him. He wants to be home. He probably would have went to WWE. No, who's to say he might not ever go to WWE? He probably will sometime in his future. He's still young. But what's most important, these dudes, they want to be able to go home. And, he stays in the UK. So AEW allows, just like they do Pac, because Pac don't stay in the United States. Pac still stays in the UK. So, they want to be able to still go home. And that's what got Ospreay at AEW because, Tony is able to let him still go home. Like, so don't be mad if you don't see Ospreay all the time in AEW when he's at AEW because he doesn't stay in the States. He stays in the UK. He wants to be able to go home. He got a girl. You know what I'm saying? He got a woman at home. You know what I'm saying? He got the pipe got to be laid down. You know what I'm saying? he got to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Okay? Got a woman to go home to. Some people want to go to their woman, and he one of them.
I need some love.
Oh. Yeah. Hey. Some people don't want to move in the States. And Will Ospreay has been vocal on that. Like, it's bruv. This shit's nasty, bruv, and stuff like that. He don't want to stay out here. Pac don't want to stay out here. Shit, Gunther didn't want to stay out here, but he was forced to stay out here. Like some people want to stay in their home. They want to go back to their home, And Ospreay want to go back to his old lady. Like, I want to go home to my woman when I'm ready to go home. So it is what it is. Like, I know Jay White moved out here and stuff like that, him and his lady and stuff like that. But some people that's from overseas, they don't want to stay, in the United States. United States, I mean, it's cool, but it ain't all of that. We know, I mean, if you black, if you, any type of minority, we already know, So they don't want to stay out here. They want to stay in their comfort zone. And they in their own right. So maybe when he gets a little bit older and he was like, okay, I've done this. Maybe I do want that WrestleMania experience. He'll probably sign with WWE one day. And there'll probably be no shade because we know that Seth Rollins claimed he wants to wrestle him. So who knows? Okay, so moving on to after that, of course, we had like I'm just so today we had the Texas Death Match. We had it was Hangman versus Swerve Strickland, which the been the talk for the past 2 days. Okay, it's been a talk for the past 2 days. I'm a Texas girl. I love Texas death matches. Um, Terry Funk would have been proud. It was given very Terry Punkish. Terry Funkish, not punk. Funkish. Um, Lucha Brothers need to hook Pac up with the woman. He got a woman. He got a woman. He can't do that. He got a woman, I think. But yeah, this Texas Death match is probably another one of my favorite Texas Death matches in this modern day era. AEW gets Texas Death matches right. Certain people it wasn't hitting, but I know that Terry Funk would have been really, really proud. And this match, in my opinion, like I said on Twitter, Adam Page is the new king of Texas Death matches. He just does, he understands it, he takes it seriously, and he gets it. Adam Page's Texas Death matches, every single one of them has hit. Like he's never had a bad Texas Death matches, I don't think ever. So I'm pretty sure if Terry Funk was here, he probably would have passed that mantle to Adam Page. Adam Page is the king of Texas death matches. When you get in a Texas death match with Adam Page, expect brutality. The man was spitting up blood like Triple H's thing. Like it was a lot going on. Swerve did a great job. I know Swerve has done a lot of hardcore matches in his indie days, so he wasn't not familiar with what was about to happen. It was just a lot of brutality going on from both parties. You had a bunch of, Adam Page did the moonsault with the tacks in the chair. Swerve did the stomp and shit. Like it was just a lot of like they was using a lot of the barbed wire, which I enjoy and I love because you cannot have a Texas death match without no barbed wires. That's like the most important collective when it comes to a Texas death match. Shout out to all the ladies because all the ladies, we love seeing this. And then you got these men that's just like, oh, my panties. Oh my God. Oh, blood. Ew. And then you have the ladies, we just like more blood, more. Not the women got more bigger balls than y'all. Come on. Not us having the bigger balls than y'all when it comes to this shit. Mm-mm. The men's was clutching their pearls. And us women was just like, cut them. We want more. This is not enough blood. One girl on Twitter was just like, I want him cut open. Like we was just saying, we love that. Two hot guys, brutality, we love it. And then you got the men. Y'all was flabbergasted. Y'all was throwing up. Y'all was just like, I can't believe my eyes. Oh my God. Stand up. Where the real men at? Stand up. Where y'all go? Where are y'all? Stand up. Do y'all daddies know that y'all acting like this? What would y'all daddies say about y'all acting like this? Let me call Christian, because I Christian probably wouldn't believe his eyes right now. Stand up. Ain't no way. Do y'all mamas know y'all was acting like this? Do y'all daddies know y'all was acting like this? Y'all ought to be ashamed. Y'all lucky I ain't got my belt. Y'all lucky I do not have my belt right now because I would have used it right now. I can't believe the men were acting how they were behind the Texas death match. Y'all was just, oh my God. And it better not have, it wasn't mine either because he know. But other than that, I was like, Matter of fact, I got this. I can't believe y'all was acting like I ought to hit y'all in the face with this. I can't believe y'all was acting like that behind there. And I know it wasn't mostly y'all, but it was mostly these WWE content creators. Y'all was the main ones acting like some pussies. Do y'all daddy know y'all acting like some bitches? The fuck wrong with y'all? That lets me know y'all ain't never been in no fight before. Yes, that's a brush. That's the only thing that was in arm's reach. I'm sorry. That let me know y'all ain't never been in no fight before. Y'all ain't never got down before. I done got stabbed in my thigh before. Like, I would stand up and show y'all, but that's y'all gonna have drip coming over here talking about some I done got a what is wrong with y'all? I can't believe my eyes. Like, I could not believe what I was seeing. People, men writing articles. This was unacceptable. This was inappropriate. The kids. Fuck the kids. Have y'all seen AEW kids? Have y'all seen AEW kids? Y'all remember that clip with that the little boy at AEW was just like, shut the fuck up. You AEW kids don't give a fuck. They was loving that shit. Talking about the kids. Fuck the kids. They love that shit. That's the difference between AEW kids and the WWE kids. AEW kids was loving that shit. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Talking about the kids. Fuck the kids. They shouldn't be watching. I wonder how all this blood went. That's why the shit was on Bleacher Report. Y'all are the same motherfuckers that use that praise mankind getting thrown off the cage and almost died by the Undertaker. Y'all is the same ones. Y'all resurfaced that damn Becky Lynch when she got punched in her nose. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. That's all that is. Talking about the kids. Fuck the kids. Not mine, though. Not my kids, though. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Not my kids. It's a Texas death match. Texas death match is brutal. It was way worse back in the day. Can't believe y'all. Oh. Can't believe y'all acted like that behind the Texas death match. You men that's in content creation that was crying about that shit, and y'all got wives, y'all got girlfriend. I hope if you are with these dudes that was bitching about some blood and some brutality, you need to cheat on that man. Cheat on him. Cheat on that man. Because he ain't no man. Cheat on him. Ain't no way in hell. I'm not about to be with no man that's bitching about some shit like that. I'm not about to be with no man that's, oh my God. What you mean? What is wrong with you? Cheat on that man if he's acting like that behind some Texas death match. I will cheat on him. Not mine, though. I'm not. Before I get in trouble, because I know I'm gonna get it. He gonna pop up and say something. I wasn't talking about you. I'm talking about the other women. I'm not talking about you. I would never do that to you. I was just saying for the women. I wasn't saying that. See, I wasn't saying me specifically. I was saying like the other women. That's all I was saying. That I wasn't saying I wasn't saying us. I was saying other people, okay? But I like I was saying though, Yeah, y'all need to check y'all. Let me move on, but before I get in trouble, let me move on. But Swerve ended up winning. You know, he choked the man. He hung Hangman, choked him, and he ended up taking the win. Brutal match. Um, it's a big deal when you lose to Adam Page twice. And Swerve he won, he beat Adam Page twice. You know, Adam Page is the heart and soul of AEW. So that is saying something. So that's only the beginning for Swerve. So, and for Adam Page, you know, it's not the end for him and stuff like that. It's the end of that, hopefully. But I wouldn't mind seeing it continue. But maybe they have, you know, it's something else in store for Adam Page. So let's just wait and see. Let me move on because I already said too much. I wasn't talking about us. I was talking about the AEW girlies and also my WWE girlies. So if you with my WWE girlies and my AEW girlies, if you with somebody or you got a sneaky link and they was just clutching their pearls and some shit like that, you might need to question that man. Like, are you my protector or not? What Beyonce do? What she say? I'm just saying. So you might need to cheat on that man. Not me though. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. So moving on, and then a follow up. It was a bad placement for them, but it still ended up picking up for the tag team title opportunity versus the tag team breakup. It was the Golden Jets, which was my GOAT, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks. Now it was hard kind of leading up this match because tension, it was the hype, people were still talking about it. And this match, of course, it started off as a little bit of a breather, but it did pick up because the crowd had a reaction. People were saying this is awesome. Chris Jericho did a great job. Young Bucks did a great job. Kenny was just having fun. This was in-ring storytelling too, because Kenny was having fun. Young Bucks was getting pissed off. Chris Jericho was just like, Kenny, get your head in the game. It was a lot going on. Don Callis was part of commentary. So they're probably going to do something. It wouldn't surprise me if Young Bucks end up joining Don Callis. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. Young Bucks would join Don Callis' family. It was a lot of things going on. Kenny Omega was Kenny. I know people wasn't paying attention to that match as far as like the IWC wise, but I know the crowd in ring wise they were, because you was hearing this is awesome chants. People was into it. People was engaging, and then the Twitter scores, they were still stuck on the Texas Death Match. So it was a lot of things happening. But I rewatched that match Sunday, and it was actually a decent match. It was just a bad placement, or I wouldn't say a bad placement. A lot of I felt like the Texas Death Match should have main evented. That's what it was. That's really what it was. Ow, something in my eye, ow. But Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho ends up retaining. They end up winning, and Young Bucks threw a whole fit. Like they was doing things that I've seen Chris Jericho do. Chris Jericho is known for doing shit like that after a match. He's done it a lot of times when he was in WWE, when he used to lose a match or when it was frustrations. He would just throw a whole tantrum. So they was doing like a Chris Jericho type of thing at the end of the match. My contact, y'all. But so Young Bucks heel turn, we may see it. We may see it. Don't be surprised if we don't see it. But decent match. If you get a chance, just go back to rewatch it. We know that it kind of didn't get the same buzz as it should because it was a great match. It wasn't a bad match. It was just a placement, and people were still caught on the Texas Death Match. So should have just catch that match, y'all. And then I'm moving on because I don't want to take too much time on that because I wouldn't say it was lackluster, but because it did what it was supposed to do. It did give. Um After that, of course, we had the main event. Um Originally, like it was the for the AEW World Championship, MJF versus Jay White, but it was Adam Cole, Mr. Crutches came out versus Jay White. Then of course, before the match actually happened between Adam Cole and Jay White, MJF comes out in an ambulance, do this dramatic entrance that we've seen before. He comes out, he ends up having the match with the one leg angle and stuff like that. It was pretty decent. It wasn't bad. It was just not needed. It didn't make sense. The leg injury thing did not make sense. I was a little bit disappointed because we know what Jay White is capable of. I hate that Jay White had to be a scrub in this match in the name of MJF retaining in this way. That's my takeaway from it because, this is the same man that main events at Wrestle Kingdom. We know Jay White, and Jay White fans disappointed, and rightfully so. Everybody had the right to be a little bit disappointed because people was expecting the devil to show up. No devil showed up. MJF didn't really sell the bad leg injury well like he should. It was a lot. It wasn't a bad match, but the whole thing, it wasn't main event worthy in my eyes. They could have kept the whole leg injury thing because it didn't sell. It would have made sense if the devil shit was going to be revealed, but being that it didn't happen, that devil shit wasn't revealed, and it was no need for it. Justice for Jay White. Yeah, it was definitely overbooked. It was a lot going on, and it was just what I was saying. This type of stuff we don't do here. That stuff we just don't. AEW fans, and if you base, you understand why AEW fans you get our frustration with MJF title reign. Like, he's doing this entertainment type of things with technical wrestlers to get the match over, and it's not needed. We don't do that at AEW. Like, especially as an AEW champion. Like, if you do that, we get it, like, for like Dynamite, Collision, but for a pay-per-view, it's not needed. And all you did was make it so insufferable. Like this MJF verse that you're doing, we don't like it. This is a total waste of Jay White's time because Jay White is capable of greater things. But I'm pretty certain Tony Khan will make it up for Jay White because I think, like I said on Twitter, I feel like they're gonna now put him in that picture dispute with Orange Cassidy for the international championship. I wouldn't mind seeing that because that would kind of make it up for this lackluster that he had to be a part of. Because this shit that we saw of Jay White, especially if you new to Jay White, this is not Jay White. This shit is not Jay White, okay, at all. And I was excited to see, Jay White about the main event a pay-per-view, a AEW pay-per-view, just for him to do this type of shit. And we know that, it's business because this is the MJF type of angle. But Jay White losing it, you're right. Like, I'm not saying it's the worst thing. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that it wasn't needed. It didn't make sense. It wasn't needed, and it did a little bit of disservice for Jay White, because we know what Jay White is capable of. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't needed. You could have just had an actual match. If it was just a regular actual match, it would have made sense. And then I saw people was just like, oh, well, Jay White is used to cheating, so it's the same thing. Y'all have to understand what type of heel Jay White is. Jay White is not your typical heel. Jay White is a heel that he gets in your mind, he gets in your head, he's manipulative. You know what I'm saying? He reads you for filth, and he brings that in his in-ring as far as his in-ring work. So, that shit wasn't needed, but I'm glad it wasn't really the talk, because as you can see, the Texas Death Match outweighs that whole conversation. So people not even talking about your match anyway. He was crying and shit at the media scrum like that. His title reign, yes, he done made history. He's the longest reigning. He's the youngest champion. But I give it a year or two, nobody's not even going to talk about your matches as a champion. It is what it is. Nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody is not even talking about it to this day. Like, nobody brings up none of MJF's matches like we did when Kenny had the belt, or when Adam Page had the belt, or when Moxley had the belt. Nobody don't talk about Jericho matches with the belt, but we talk about the Le Champion shit, the segments. Nobody talks about a MJF title match. Nobody. AEW fans, nobody talks about it. It's forgetful. It's forgetful. And that's on him. It's forgetful because that's on him. So hopefully he drops that belt soon, so the championship can mean something. Because if you can go back to when Moxley cut the promo on what the AEW championship means, we haven't seen it with, I get that Kenny Omega and, they all spoke highly of him and things like that. But, business is business. You got to make the other person look good. You know what I'm saying? So MJF retains. We get no Jack Perry comes out. I was hoping Jack Perry comes out. We ain't getting no Jack Perry. That's what I was mad about. I'm like, damn, no Jack Perry. I thought Jack Perry was going to come out and reveal himself to be the devil, but I guess it is what it is, y'all. That was the main event. Justice for Jay White. So I trust that they're going to, it's something greater for Jay White. They'll figure it out. I feel like they're going to put him in the international championship rivalry with Orange Cassidy to kind of revamp what Jay White means to the Jay White fans. Yeah, nobody cared. Like, nobody cared about the fan. Like, nobody cares about MJ. Like, the only ones that cares about MJF are MJF fans and his friends. That's it. But the actual, because it shows in the demographic, I post it all the time because y'all know I paid a $5 for WrestleNomics. It shows all the time how AEW fans truly, like, yes, in the actual shows at the, he gets the pop, he gets the cheers. Because AEW fans, when we're live, we're having fun. Everybody's having fun. And then when you get back home and you actually look at it, everybody's like, damn, this shit was bad. But we had a good time at the show. That's how AEW fans operate, because that's how WWE fans used to operate too back in the day. When I used to see, because I seen my growths at their prime when I was a little girl. Shout out to my mama. But everybody have a good time. We drinking and we gonna cheer everything because we drinking. We got that liquor in us. We have fun. We have a good time. We gonna react. So when people be like, Well, the fans at the building is, yes, because we drunk. Yes, we drunk. We having a good time. That's how you supposed to be at wrestling shows, football, any sports. You drunk, you having a good time. We having a good time. We cheering. We not. That's the diff. That's what I say. That is the difference between when you go to a WWE show and then when you go to an AEW show. Current times, and I can say that because I was floor seats at Mania when they was out here in Dallas, and I go to AEW shows. When I was at Mania in Dallas, I had to get drunk because, you know, I don't know. They sit up here. I don't see why y'all go to wrestling shows just to be like this. Oh, yeah. Go. AEW fans, when they go to the shows, they turn. People might be calling them, it's spanking here or something like, but they turn. That's how WWE shows used to be. And I know because, like, before years back, in interviews, like my mama said, my mama had me, I was supposed to go to WrestleMania 17 as a kid. That didn't happen. I ended up going to Raw. When Dallas used to have Reunion Arena, I used to go. I seen, you know, all my favorites in their prime. I've seen The Rock in his prime. I've seen Stone Cold in his prime. It used to be loud. It used to be active. I didn't understand it then because my mama used to be turned, but then I understood because she was, you know, she was on her level a little bit and stuff like that. But it used to be turned. And I say that to say this, like, Adam Copeland even said it himself, when he came to AEW and he hears stuff like that, that's what he's missing. Like, he's just like, the fans' interaction at AEW is so much different than what he's used to because he's just used to, you know, yes, it's the pop reactions, but after that, it's just sitting there, you know what I'm saying? I like to get live, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get live. Like these wrestlers deserve that. Like they are wrestling, they are risking their bodies. Get active. WWE fans used to be active. Y'all need to get back active. Like give these folks y'all emotions. Give these folks. That's why they going overseas all the time. These overseas fans, they shitting on American fans right now because they are getting active. I'm not a WWE. I consider myself a WWE casual fan because I only look at the pay-per-views now. And then when I do look at like SmackDown and stuff, y'all be seeing my tweets, y'all be laughing, but I be dead ass serious. Like, who is this person? Who is this? Who is it? You know what I'm saying? And get active for these folks. It used to be a point, and JR used to talk about it all the time. It used to be a point where sometimes he couldn't hear Vince McMahon because how loud the crowd was. Y'all gotta get back to that. Because these wrestlers deserve that. Like Adam Copeland, like they was singing fucking Adam Copeland's song. Like the whole you think you know me and shit like that. They was singing that shit. And you saw how he was looking. He loved that. He was just like, oh my God, the environment here is different. Like every ex-WWE that come to AEW, they say the same shit. Like the environment is different. It might be some empty seats, but them motherfuckers is loud. Shit, all in, them fans was louder. I can guarantee you they was louder than the WrestleMania fans. They might be half full, but them motherfuckers is loud. I know in Texas we gonna be loud. I'm going to Collision, so y'all might see me on TV, might not, cause you know, but motherfuckers is loud. Okay, y'all gotta get loud for these people. They deserve it. They risking their bodies for y'all. Y'all have to be active for them. Like just be sitting there. They're getting it for these overseas. I'm about to start sounding like Trump in a little bit. Y'all letting. Let me not. They're going to Saudi Arabia and the UK, and they loud, and then they come back to America just to get this. Okay, y'all gotta show up. Y'all gotta be live. Like it, shit. Impact crowd is loud. Even the 35 that's there is loud. Okay, y'all gotta get live. Yeah, no, they should. They gotta get loud. Like y'all gotta get loud. Get active. Like these wrestlers deserve it. They risk their body. The only time when I in Mania and Dallas, the only time that WWE fans was loud was when you heard the fucking Stone Cold music, when you heard the glass break, and I was part of it too. I almost fell. My sister almost knocked me over. My sister ain't watched wrestling in a long time, but when she heard that, she almost knocked me over. I was just like, dang. But it's Stone Cold. Even the police officers, they was all, everybody, like, I'm telling you, in Mania and Dallas, everybody was running up there to get, but it's Stone Cold. He brings it out of everybody. Like, you had concession stand people running out there. They supposed to be serving nachos. They coming out there, too. It was loud. We love Stone Cold. I do too. I love him. That's my rattlesnake. Okay, so let me get into women business.
This is what you need to do. You need to stay out of women business.
Women business. All right, so we had two, y'all. Two. We getting there, y'all. It's a slow progress, but we getting progress. So we had two women's matches on the card for the for AEW pay-per-view. Okay, y'all. So the first one, it was for the AEW Women's Championship. We had Sheeta versus Timeless Toni Storm. I love these two. They can wrestle. I wish it was just a little bit longer. Just gave them a little bit more time. It would have been there, but I get it. We ask for much. Sometimes we'll get a little at a time, I guess. Little at a time. So we had that great match between the two ladies. The two ladies was, they looked amazing. Toni Storm looked amazing. Sheeta looked amazing. Toni Storm, she ends up winning. Both of them are now like 3-time AEW Women's Champion. Timeless Toni, so we're on the Timeless Toni era. And then, of course, Mariah comes out and she gives the flowers. I really, really hate that Sheeta has to be transitional. I really do hate that for Sheeta. But I'm not going to dwell too much on it because, maybe Sheeta has other things to do because the way that she's reacting, she's not like hating it or nothing like that. Maybe she got some other shit going or some other shit in store and stuff like that. Maybe she's going to go to Japan for a little bit. She there, baby. She probably like, I got some plans coming up. I need a break. I need a rest or something like this. So I'm not going, too much because it still was a great match between the two ladies. So I enjoyed it. Women business, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you for the $9.99 for the women business. I appreciate the $9.99. I ain't never had the $9.99. I know that's right. So we had that. Next women's business match, and I actually really, really enjoyed this one. It was of course for the TBS Women's Championship. You had the TBS champion, it was Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart versus Sky Blue. Sky Blue came out, it has a whole new look. She threw down the cap. She's not on that shit no more. She got a new entrance and everything. Chris Statlander, she loves that Zoolander shit. She loves, that's her thing. She came out with her purple. Julia Hart came out with the red heart. Like the ladies looked amazing. Like all the women at Full Gear, they looked amazing. Gears, they all looked amazing. This match was great. It was incredible. Chris Statlander, like I said, I've always said, she brings out the best in all the women in that division. We complained about Sky Blue. Sky Blue did amazing, even down to the Cold Blue. This was a great Cold Blue that she did this time. She heard the talk. Julia Hart did a great job, but Chris Statlander, like I said, she brings out the best in the women. I can't knock that. Nobody can knock that. So great match between the two. It was very dominant. Chris Statlander was still dominant. Julia Hart steals the win. She is now the new TBS Women's Champion, Julia Hart. So we're going to see Julia Hart. We'll see how this goes. But I want to say Don't be sad because Chris Statlander did her job. She added the prestige to the TBS Women's Championship. Is now, it has that stigma. So hopefully Julia Hart continue it in her own unique way. Chris Statlander, maybe we will see her in the AEW Women's Championship title in that picture. Hey, Legendary. So hopefully we see her in that. But like I said, Chris Statlander, she's amazing. Like I said, she brings out the best in the women in that division. So they're not through with her. So don't be upset that she lost the title. I'm pretty certain, like they said in the media scrum, it is more for her. In my eyes, she is the face of the AEW women's division. So let's see where this goes, okay? But shout out to the ladies. The ladies did amazing. We had 2. Okay, so hopefully we start get a little bit more in the regular programs like in Dynamite and Collision. We want to see more than one, but this is a start. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, let's be complacent in this. Of course, we want to see more. We want to see better for the women's business, but let's see how it goes. But what I will say, y'all might say that this is messy, but it's the truth. Some people absences, we've been seeing better since they've been gone. Now, it's no shade or nothing like that. You can take it how you want to take it, but we've been seeing some good things from women business since certain people ain't been on TV. That's all I'm saying. You can take it how you want. I'll be at Collision. You can take it how you want. But we've been seeing some good things of women business since certain people ain't been on TV. I had to talk like my sheriff. Accent. I ain't want to be loud when I say this one. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. It's been some good things in women business since certain people ain't been on TV. Okay? Do what you want with that tea. Do what you want with that tea, okay? But it's been some good things. Now we need to see more, okay? And I want to say again, shout out to Red Velvet, because Red Velvet, since she's been back, she's been great. She's been great. She's been dominant. We don't need no baddies, okay? Don't stop bringing that up, okay? We're past that. She's past that. I know. Let me be great. Oh my God. Let me be great. Okay. So that was Full Gear. So I have my MVP of Full Gear now. People been arguing and talking, and he's been the talk of for this past since yesterday. It was ugly on the TL. It got really ugly, but my Keeks MVP of Full Gear, it is Swerve Strickland. Amazing job at Full Gear. Brutal. He's making his mark, and it's only the beginning, I fear. It's only the beginning, I fear. So people just gonna be upset. Okay, and play the positive from my guy, Mr.
Unlimited. Yeah, you got to be unlimited. You got to have a thought process of being unlimited. So when people ask you, what you're thinking about or what you want to do in life or where you want to go, you got to be unlimited. Tell them I'm unlimited. You know what I mean? So
you got to be unlimited, like Russell Wilson said. You got to be unlimited. Okay. I just want to say this, okay? I just want to say I get on both sides, but at the end of the day, it was a great match, okay? He's whether you like it or not, he's a great wrestler. I get if Swerve was a scrub, like I said before. I get if he's a scrub in the ring and he's just not what that is or nothing like that. He's a great wrestler, and it's evident if he lost to Adam Page twice, he most likely going to be that first black AEW world champion. Sorry, okay, it's giving. Whether you like it or not, the man is a great wrestler. He delivers in the ring. He delivered as he was kill shot and all his other stuff. He has a great pass. People love him. People are a fan of him. It is what it is. The discourse yesterday, it was crazy. It was crazy. But like I said on Twitter, I feel like this is probably the first black man I've seen have people going to war. Because usually people go to war about people like Shawn Michaels or Eddie Guerrero or, other white wrestlers. But I ain't never in my life seen people go to war about a black man. Okay? And it wasn't just strictly black wrestling Twitter. It was everybody. Like, everybody was cackling. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm just like, shit. We ain't had nothing like this. Okay? Whether you like it or not, I ain't seen nothing like that. I ain't seen nothing like it. So it is what it is. We'll see more of it. Maybe they're gonna put him in a continental tournament and things like that. But it's evident because Tony Khan keeps speaking highly of him, but it's very evident that they're definitely gonna put the rocket on him, especially come 2024. So people just gonna be upset. Okay, you're just gonna be upset because that's just what that is. Okay. I mean, if you go to the AEW website, the merch is starting to sell. I mean, people want to talk about the top black wrestlers. Ain't nobody mentioning Acclaim. And Acclaim is in the top 10 from both wrestling companies. You ain't no black wrestler on the top 10 for WWE, and it's only one, and it's still the Acclaim on AEW. And then if you combine that, you see the Acclaim has more numbers, even from certain people in WWE. Okay, so if we talking about who is actually the black media superstar wrestlers, it's the Acclaim. But we know people are still in their inner homophobia. They're not going to acknowledge that. And then you want to be really technical, the black media star that's making noise. You already know who the black media star is. But because people are still, they not homophobic, but they still have inner homophobia with it. The man was on Fenty. The man just won the influential gay superstar, that magazine. Anthony Bowens is the black media star in modern day. The gay community, my best friend is not a wrestler, and he knows who Anthony Bowens is. Anthony Bowens is who y'all think a lot of these black wrestlers, like modern day popularity, is Anthony Bowens. But nobody's going to say anything about that because he's gay. Keep it a buck. Because a lot of y'all still have a little bit of inner homophobia in y'all. Y'all don't want to acknowledge Anthony Bowens, but it's actually Anthony Bowens. The merch is selling. He's on magazine covers. He's doing the media work. Gay community love him. Like, he's at these what's the name? Saucy Santana. Like, he is the one. But nobody gonna say nothing because he's gay. If we're keeping it a buck, like I said, it is the Acclaimed. What they said, Acclaim sold in the month of November, I believe it was 35,000 merch sales. They the only ones. They the only black ones. Nobody's buying Bianca's stuff. Nobody's buying, people like to put Carmelo Anthony on, people to downplay people, but y'all not buying his stuff. Nobody's buying, Bobby Lashley stuff. Swerve finally put the Who's House, so people's now starting to buy that. Y'all put Ricky up to downplay Swerve, but y'all not buying Ricky stuff. People's buying the Acclaim stuff. That's why I be saying certain people are only supported online. They're not supported in actuality. Because y'all not buying these people merches. Y'all don't even post their merch. Y'all not buying the merches. The demo show. Willow's stuff is being bought. Even though she's not on the top 10, but she in the top 20. Willow stuff is being bought. Her stuff is being bought. I see it always on the weekly. I pay attention to this stuff. You got to put your money where your mouth is, because I pay attention to all of this stuff. People be like, oh, this person, this person, this person. But I'm looking in WrestleNomics. Where they name at? Where the name at? I don't see it. This person is better than this person. Okay, but y'all not buying this man merch. Y'all not buying. Where's the merch? Where is the merch? Why is this person demos is always the lowest on NXT? I pay the $5. I see it all the time. I'm like, oh, okay, they fuck with this dude. Let me see. Why is his the lowest? Wake it up. Y'all not buying it. Y'all buying John Cena shit. Y'all buying Bloodline shit. Y'all buying Seth Rollins shit. Why y'all not buying? If this person is better than this person, why y'all not buying their merch? Ain't no way in hell Bianca merch ain't in the top 10. But she's the dude John Cena, right? Buy her merch like she's John Cena. Why y'all not buying it? Hello? Why y'all not buying it? Y'all not putting y'all money where y'all mouth is. Y'all keep saying this person, this person, this person, but y'all not buying the shit. Y'all not buying anything. Y'all not tuning in to their matches. Y'all not supporting them like y'all are saying. Y'all support them online, but y'all not supporting them. Y'all buying people that haven't even wrestled in over 20 years. DX shit is still selling. NWO shit is still selling. All these Undertaker shit is selling. But y'all not buying these black wrestlers stuff. Why y'all not buying these black wrestlers stuff? And even down to the indies. I get on that shit. Why y'all not buying that shit? Y'all gotta support these people. And when we have arguments like this on the Twitter, it has to be the one. It's still not, we want all. When we have arguments like that, it's still the one. Ain't no fucking progress. That's why I'm done speaking on that shit, because it's no progress. It's still the same shit. Nothing's going to change. Nothing has changed. It got worse, if anything. If anything, we saw that it's still division amongst us in media. We have the AEW side, including me, versus the WWE side. There is no unity. It's them and us. Us and them. Because people feel like because I love this, I am over here and you're down here. You know what I'm saying? There is no unity. So we're going to cut that unity shit because there is no unity. So let's not fake it. Okay? Let's not fake the funk. Let's not sit up here and pretend that if black wrestlers are not in a certain program, they're not in a certain stature, because we see it all the time. Let's not act like that's not existing. Let's not act like that's not going on. Okay? That's the problem. People acting like it is. No, it's not. It's not. This whole unity and all that shit, that's some bullshit. It's not. Far from it. Ain't no unity. And to be honest, I don't even want to be unified with half of you niggas. I said it. I don't want to kumbaya with half of you niggas. Y'all ain't trying to be kumbaya. Y'all trying to be the one over everybody. Y'all trying to be the nigga of niggas. I don't want to be unified with niggas like that. Especially people that ain't real with themselves. So, let's cut the bullshit, like what you like, and keep it pushing. But don't sit up here and act like we are for this, we are for this. No, the fuck y'all are not. No, you're not. No. Nobody is. I like what I like. I know I'm an AEW fan. I've been called a coon for liking AEW. If you was here in 2019 and 2020, y'all already know. If you was a black AEW fan around that time, we was called coons. We was called all types of names for liking AEW. Because and I never did say I didn't dislike WWE. It just wasn't my taste anymore. But I still watch the pay-per-views because I still like certain wrestlers. So just keep that shit a bug. Like all this, we're here. We want to see progress. We want to see, no, y'all, the fuck don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because like I have told Lyric, and like I have told any other black woman that's in media, the moment you have a different opinion than anybody that's in the black media circuit, that's when they're going to turn on you so quick. It happened to me. It didn't happen to so many people in this space. As soon as you have a different opinion, it quit with a quickness. And they're going to come after, like I told Lyric, they're going to come after you because you're a fan of AEW. If you was a WWE fan, none of that shit wouldn't have happened. If you was a WWE fan, they would have came in like blase. But because she likes AEW, they're going to sit there and let it happen. And then the ones that always want to get on her, they use that opportunity. Because it's a monkey see, monkey do business. Because folks don't think for themselves. Because folks is scared of people in this space. Over connections. It's crazy. Y'all can't buy your own tickets? I can. Fuck these folks. So, with this swerve shit, I hope the shit die. It needs to, because the shit is stupid. Okay? Not saying the reasoning is stupid, but the shit is stupid. It's old. Okay? It's old. I could see if he like harmed somebody or he harassed somebody or something like that. I could see if that happened, but it's just an opinion, okay? people need to move on because he's not the only wrestler that feels that way. It's a lot of them that do because they just tired of being, it's one thing to feel appreciated, but it's another if they feel like we're stuck in this diameter. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I ain't never seen Brian Keith get active like that, but he spoke up for himself. You know what I'm saying? But like what you like. If you like WWE, that's cool. That is cool. If you like AEW, that's cool. If you like Impact, that's cool. If you like New Japan, that's cool. If you like Stardom, that is cool. If you are just into indie wrestling, that is cool. But we got to sit here and stop acting like because I like WWE, I'm up here. Because I like AEW, I'm right here. Because I like Impact, I'm right here. I'm not even going to bother y'all. Y'all not a threat. That's that mindset. And that's the problem. And the shit ain't gonna change because people ain't gonna want to change it because folks is scared. They have they titles or they connections and shit like that is gonna cause a raffle. It's not. It's not. This is wrestling. It's not that serious. They not really fighting. This is a rehearsed sport. Rehearsed. It should never get this serious. But it gets serious because you got people that don't have validation at their own homes. They never had a validation in their life. And this is the only thing that gets them some type of validation. This is your life. You need this. AEW can be gone tomorrow, and I will still have a fucking life. I might not watch wrestling no more, but I'm going to still have a life. I got a man. I got kids. I go on trips. I still have a life outside this. Do you understand me? So, get a life, get a grip, get over it, and move the fuck on and focus on your content, focus on what you like, and just soar. Just soar. If you're not included, that's fine. People rock with you. Just focus on use tunnel vision and focus on your brand. But I say all that to say he did a phenomenal job. It is what it is. I feel like it's only the beginning for him. And we're just gonna see in 2024 what it goes. So before I get out of here, I want to say be sure to tune in December 18th, second annual Keeks AEW Awards. I will have some guests on here. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a party. Tune in to see the winners and stuff like that. Yes, December 16th. Oh, that's the wrong one. Ignore that graphic because I put the wrong date on there, but it's actually the 18th. I thought the 16th was on Monday, but it's the 18th, y'all. I'll post it on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram and on my Twitter, I will be, of course, promoting it and stuff like that. But be sure next month to be on the lookout. It's coming for the AEW Awards. Last year, it was really fun. This year, it'll be fun. I will have guests on here. It'll be a fun time, okay? All right. So, hey, don't say nothing I said personal. I just want to be clear. If you watch it from Twitter or whatever, don't take what I said personal. And if you taking what I said personal, like I said, I will be at Collision. Or my DMs. You can have a conversation with me. I'm grown. We can have a conversation. If you want to sub me or if you want to attack me, that's fine. But I'm at a space right now. I'm transitioning. I'm working on it. I'm not about to go back and forth with y'all no more. Because when I see y'all in person, this is what y'all do. When I see y'all in person, y'all do this. When I see y'all in person, y'all do this. Y'all act like y'all don't see me. You know what I'm saying? When I see y'all in person, y'all don't say nothing. I ain't scared of nobody in this space. I don't care. I'm not scared of nobody. I'm grown. I'm 32. I'm 32 years old. If you want to have a conversation with me, if you don't like me or you don't like what I have to say or nothing like that, you can easily, especially people that got my number, you can text me, you can call me, you can DM me. We can have a conversation. That's the problem. Nobody wants to have a conversation with nobody. And then, you know, it boils over. I am grown. I'm a mother of two. I don't have time to go back and forth with nobody no more. I'm not giving y'all my energy no more. If you have a problem with me, you beefing with yourself, and that's a personal problem. If you don't like what I have to say, that's fine. You don't have to listen to me. I'm not forcing nobody to listen to me. I'm not forcing nobody to respect me because I don't respect a lot of y'all. I can give a fuck about your respect at this point. I don't respect a lot of y'all. I see how y'all move. Okay? Some of y'all move like strippers. I've been in the club game. Y'all move like strippers. But at least in the strip club business, they handled it in the locker room and it was over with the next day. Okay? So, hits. I want to say y'all have a good Thanksgiving this week. Enjoy, you know, your families or your loved ones or people that you are close with. And if you are not having Thanksgiving, enjoy yourself. I know Thanksgiving is hard for a lot of people, especially for me, because y'all know I lost my sister and stuff like that. It's gonna be a little bit hard for me, but keep me in your prayers. I will pray for all you guys. Y'all be safe, enjoy each other, be safe again, and keep God first. That's very important. Like, you know, keep God. If you not religious but believe in something, to keep your sanity. Because if you don't, you're going to always be miserable. You don't want to be miserable, okay? Put God first, give it to God, and keep it moving. Keep it moving. Put God first in your life all the time. He's an on-time God, and he is good. You know, keep him first. Have a good Thanksgiving. I love y'all. Hit my getaway music. So
you've mentioned a couple names recently. Who were they?
Listen, man. They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
Thanks.